You're watching Mustang TV News. With Trevor Champion and Jessica Workman.
Welcome back to another episode of Mustang TV News. I'm Trevor Champion.
And I'm Jessica Workman. Over the course of the month of January, our band director, Mr. Ray, has undergone treatment called deep brain stimulation.
Mustang TV's Brendan Evers and Preston Jenkins talked to Mr. Ray about this endeavor.
Mr. Ray has a condition called essential tremor. Essential tremor is a nervous system disorder that causes rhythmic shaking.
January, I started what's called deep brain stimulation surgery. And what it is I've now got a series of electrodes at specific spots in my brain where when activity begins, these electrodes disrupt that signal that causes the tremor. And what it is, by disrupting that signal, the tremor is lessened, or in my case, as we worked on it during the surgery, it eliminated it completely.
Over the course of the last 2 years, Mr. Ray has had trouble doing essential tasks such as brushing his teeth and eating.
I mean, I was headed to having to quit teaching altogether because playing guitar is very difficult because I'm constantly using my hands. And like my students the last couple of days, they could really see the spots where playing the guitar was hard.
The biggest issue he has had with this condition is that he wasn't able to play trumpet. He is very excited about being able to play again.
I'm going to be able to play my trumpet again because 12 years ago, and since then, when I would try to play, my hands would shake. I punch myself in the face.
Mr. Ray says the surgery likely extends his career.
I feel like I'm still relevant to the students. I feel like kids still dig what I do. So why should I retire in 2 years? So for me, I think this extends my career, which makes me very happy because I love what I do.
We will give you an update on how Mr. Ray is doing in a couple of months.
Some students from McCracken landed in El Salvador Wednesday morning for a service learning trip. Students are working with Starfish Orphan Ministries and Sus Hijos to build houses and give out toys to the orphans. Our news director, Casper Douglas, took these photos on the way there. They'll be back February 20th.
Have you ever wanted to learn about obscure parts of history? This week, Adam Hanley spoke to Reese Bell for information on History Club.
So History Club is a club that meets after school on Wednesdays about once a month, where we sit around and we usually have a presenter, usually one of the students. Sometimes it'll be someone from college or whatnot. But we talk about the kind of history that isn't talked about in the classroom. So it's more of a, not necessarily deeper, but just more obscure knowledge.
If you're interested in either of these clubs, ask Mr. Buchanan in House 4 when the next meeting is and mark your calendar. 15 students from McCracken traveled to Louisville last week for the All-State Choir. They joined about 200 high school singers from across the state.
One tradition at All-State is the singing of the national anthem every night in the lobby of the hotel. Lucas Bohannon and Shelby Stevens told us more about this event.
You're coming together with singers from all across the state to be in one setting for 3 days. 200 of the best voices in Kentucky singing, and it's just so powerful and so moving.
Congratulations to these 15 singers on this amazing achievement. Have you ever noticed the slow traffic at McCracken? Well, recently, FCCLA performed a study analyzing the traffic in the side entrance of the school to see better ways of managing the flow.
They discovered that nearly 61% of cars that pass through the intersection stopped despite of the lack of the stop sign. However, on the other side of the intersection, they discovered that 65 out of the 97 drivers went through assuming that the other side would stop. To tackle this, FCCLA has offered 3 solutions. Ethan Doty and Jay Barber have more.
FCCLA's 3 solutions are: we could, for one, put the stop sign back. For 2, we could put a cross traffic doesn't stop sign for the people that are coming out of this way, and it's at the back way, by the way. And also we could have a person that directs traffic, so that way we wouldn't have any more collisions.
For more information, talk to Miss Williams in House 3, But never forget FCCLA's driving ABCs. Always be calm, always be courteous, and always be careful. On Monday, 3 teachers nailed it.
Or not.
In McCracken County's high school version of Netflix's Nailed It. For those who aren't familiar with Nailed It, it's a bake-off competition that takes 3 amateur contestants and gives them a complicated cake to replicate in order to win $10,000 cash prize and a Nailed It trophy.
Look out for Nailed It MCHS on our YouTube channel at a later date.
On Wednesday, you voted for the 2020 Homecoming Court. This is who you voted for. Freshmen Jane Fletcher and Carson Purvis, Piper Molinax and Aiden Rudolph, Caroline Civils and Ian Ballard. Sophomores Abby Betts and Ian Hart, Bailey Watts and Isaiah Keys, Sophie Williams and Nate Helmich.
Juniors Olivia Carter and Brandon Dodd, Gracie Conaway and Jackson Allen, Amber Zimmerman and Carter Rowland. 2 of these seniors will win Homecoming King and Queen. Autumn Knight and Elijah Garrett, Marley Moorhead and Jackson Civils, Ashton Rudy and Ian Leatherman, Bethany Russell and Ronnie Jones, Jessica Stevens and Elijah Wheat.
Homecoming Queen and King will be announced on Friday at the game.
So I imagine the camera starting on Jessica as it slowly pans in on a black and white.
So today we are going to ask a bunch of people if they would be our Valentine because, you know, I'm lonely on Valentine's Day, so I need someone. So why not just ask like a whole bunch of people? Do you have a Valentine?
Maybe.
Can I be yours?
I don't think that's appropriate. We're on the same track team.
No.
Okay.
No.
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 I'm afraid not.
I'm good.
No.
No.
No. Sorry, no.
No.
Will you be my Valentine because I got told no 50 times?
No.
Dang it.
Told no a few times. So instead of, asking people to be our Valentines, we've decided to give advice.
Get people those Fun Dip Valentine things. They like that. Ask me to get them for you.
And then one girl took her own advice.
Actually go up to him.
To whom?
You don't want me to say the name. Would you be my Valentine's?
Yes.
I've came to the realization that I'm never going to have a Valentine or a boyfriend, and I'm going to be lonely forever.
Welcome back to another edition of Mustang Sports. I'm Brendan Evers. Over the weekend, our men's and women's swim teams competed in the Region 1 championships. Overall, both teams were runner-ups. Braxton Carson, Ethan Johnson, Grant Storiger, Ian Ballard, and Caleb Suter are advancing to state for the men's team. From the women's team, Sarah Baker, Claire Cantor, Gabby Smith, Justice Beard, Autumn Knight and Addie James are advancing to state. We talked to Autumn Knight on her thoughts of advancing to state and how the team will continue to improve themselves.
Well, it's my senior year, so hopefully it'll be fun going and it'll be like a new experience. We'll keep practicing and hopefully we'll have like hard practices and everybody will do their best.
Additionally, at the tournament, Gabby Smith was awarded the Region 1 Girls Sportsmanship Award. The team will compete next week at state. We wish them luck. As mentioned in prior newscasts, our co-ed cheer team competed at Disney World in the UCA National High School Cheerleading Championship. The team was awarded 3rd place in the nation. We would like to congratulate them on their placement. The men's and women's bowling team competed at state last week. Elliott Wilson placed 2nd in boys singles. Following Elijah Wheat's commitment last week, Braden Glover announced on Wednesday that he as well would be committing to the University of the Cumberlands. We wish him luck in his future endeavors. On Monday, our Lady Mustangs unfortunately fell against Callaway County with a score of 47-54. The girls did bounce back on Tuesday night against St. Mary with a final score of 69-26. Destiny Thomas led with 12 points and Marley Moorhead followed with 10. The team plays tonight in a huge game against rival Paducah Tillman. This weekend, our wrestling team will be competing in the state tournament in Lexington. We wish them luck. The Mustangs began their weekend with a game against Cairo, Illinois. and won with the final score of 58-48. The team's 13-game win streak came to an end on Saturday when they lost 63-59. The team was able to secure victories on Monday against Callaway County with a final score of 72-53. Then again on Tuesday, where they dominated St. Mary, 69-33. The boys play again tonight against Paducah Tillman. We hope to see everyone there.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another beautiful peanut butter protein shake. I am your Russian host, Sergey Ivanov. You see, I was at the pack yesterday. I was working out, benching 345 pounds. I was looking at the TV, and the TV had this show, and I was like, that show looks so bad. What is that? It is a show known as The Bachelor. What is The Bachelor? Alright, so there's this one dude who has basically like 30 chicks trying to marry this guy. All I'm gonna be able to show you is what happens in the first 20 minutes.
Previously on The Bachelor.
Hey, do you mind if I talk to you?
Oh my god.
I'll be back, I promise, alright? I don't care, you know.
In my 16 years of life, I've never experienced an awkward silence more awkward than what we just saw on that screen. So what I'm getting is there's this girl and she's like, hey, and all the other girls are like, ew. And then they're like, leave. But he's like, no, I like her, she's hot. Ew, but no, you didn't like her last episode. And he's like, oh, okay, bye. And then she leaves.
I value you all so much, and I hear you, I trust you.
That may be the biggest load of crap I've ever heard. There's 20 ladies signing up to date you on national television. You're gonna trust these chicks? If someone is willing to date on live TV, that is not someone to be trusted. In fact, that's probably someone to be feared. I would not consider them to be a good potential lifelong mate.
It came off like I was not trusting you or not believing about with you as well.
Oh man, is it me or is it not near?
I know that I have a connection with Peter. And honestly, after a long freaking night, if I don't get a rose tonight, I'm going to set the building on fire.
Set the building on fire.
Whoa! What? Ooh, okay, hey. Listen, there's no need for that. Let's calm down. Let's take a breather. I think you're taking it a bit too seriously.
This is the final rose tonight.
Okay, he's about to give out the last rose. The last rose. Are we gonna set this building on fire? What's gonna happen? Is this building gonna go up in flames?
Tammy?
Oh, boys, we avoided crisis, situation averted. Fireman, you can go home. The building did not go up in flames. Thank you, Peter. Thank you very much. You made the right choice.
I'm so confused.
Why are you confused? That's the whole point of the darn show. If he doesn't like you, bye, Felicia, you know what I mean? Take a hint, pack your bags, eat a freaking Big Mac, and go home.
This concludes our 18th episode of Mustang TV News.
If you have any suggestions, tweet us at Mustang TV News and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to never miss a newscast.
We hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day. And remember, everyone matters.
And every moment counts.